Philadelphia Eagles star wide receiver finally speaks after 2 weeks of holding out from the media. He talks about Nick Sirianni and the coaching staff and how he is frustrated and mainly the cause of his frustration. A lot of people may not want to hear this, but I think that it's very important to hear. So let's get into it.
You want Philly?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. We about to do it, man. AJ Brown said we about to do it, so we about to do it. So if you are living under a rock, you may have missed the news coming out about AJ Brown and about this organization and the locker room and how they were saying that AJ Brown was the cause of a lot of this frustration and a cause of a split between the whole locker room. So that happened. I never believed it for one minute. Marcus Hayes has zero credibility in my book. But I know a lot of people thought that it may be true, and I know a lot of people still probably don't 100% believe AJ Brown, but I am here to tell you that I do. I believe what he's saying, and I truly do believe that this locker room is fine and that this team is fine. He gave me a lot of hope. He did say that he felt like we were right there, that we were right on the cusp of getting things together. So I'm excited about that. But we will listen to a clip that I think was very important to hear. But before we get into that, be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, join the family. We're on the road to 1 billion, quadrillion, so I'd really appreciate you guys helping me out there. But, before we get into any of this, I will play the clip and everything. I do want to talk to you guys. I am going out to the combine this year again. I am going out to the Senior Bowl for the first time this year, which is very, very exciting. So I just, I do all this content for you guys and you guys support it so amazingly. I appreciate everything you guys do. But if you guys want to or can help, I would really, really appreciate you guys helping me. It is going to be a lot of money to get to all these events, but I want to make sure I give you guys the best coverage possible. So if you guys can, and again, it's not necessary. You don't have to. I appreciate what you all do already. But if you can, the link's right there. My Cash App, my Venmo, my PayPal. If you guys want to donate, I do appreciate it. But yeah, let's get into this, the main, topic of what we want to talk about. And let's listen to AJ Brown ourselves.
Maybe things Nick probably don't fix about himself, and I'm saying, but one thing I can't respect, loyalty is not one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that because he takes up for us when it has nothing to do with him.
Mm-hmm. I've said this.
He gets the blame, but that comes with his job, and sometimes Jalen does the same thing. And just like Brian, he get the wrong end of the stick sometimes when it be us.
And see, this is something that I've constantly said. And a lot of people, bring up the quotes of Nick Sirianni saying, listen, it's my offense. Listen, this is my, team. And if it falls on anybody, it falls on me. Yeah, sometimes he doesn't have to. A lot of times he doesn't have to do that. A lot of other coaches sometimes throw their players under the bus, especially when they're losing. But to see and hear AJ Brown talk about Nick Sirianni's loyalty to his team, loyalty to his players, and then Jalen Hurts doubled down in his press conference right after that, saying that Nick Sirianni is very good at understanding his players and reading the room and getting behind his players' back and making them feel like they're a part of the team, which is very, very big. But I think this was something that people needed to hear, that AJ Brown blatantly said it. Nick Sirianni is taking blame for things that he doesn't necessarily have to, and that is a sign of a good coach. I'm asked a lot, what does Nick Sirianni do? Nick Sirianni manages a number of different personalities, which is not easy to do. I've said it before, I'll say it again. We need to have a good offensive coordinator and a good defensive coordinator. Have guys running these positions so that Nick Sirianni can be, for lack of better terms, the CEO of this team. And that's how we win. That's how we come together. But let's keep listening.
But like I said, the coaches play 0 snaps.
Zero.
It is not the coach. It is us.
That you heard that? You heard that? I'll replay that part right one more time. One more time.
It is us. And so, like I said, one person goes to.
Hold on, let's bring that on.
It is us.
Hold on. Did you hear that?
Snaps this year. It is not the coach. It is us. And so, like I said, one person goes the wrong way, the whole play is over with. And as you guys see, it is glimpse. It is highs and lows. It goes just like this. And so that's why I feel like. That's why I feel like we are close. We are close.
Let's get it.
Continue to get better and continue to take that next step. With all this freaking adversity, we right there. That's
right there.
We trying to get to the next step. gravity pulls against you, everything pulls against you, and I think that's what this team is going through right now. And I think once we fight through that, push through that, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be right where we need to be. Because I know we got great people in this locker room. We got good people.
I love everything he said. I love the accountability from not just him, but all of our players. Eagles know this is not who we want to be. The Eagles fan base knows this is not who we are. I think we've all seen great plays from this team. We've seen great games from this team. This year has been up and down. We've had a very rough schedule, and we've gotten through it to be 11-5. I understand the frustration. I understand the nervousness, the worry, that we have going into the playoffs with this last stretch of 5 games. But at the same time, you got to understand that these guys are people. These players understand what they need to do and where they need to improve. And to hear AJ Brown say that, it really made me very confident in this team, and I'm excited again for the playoffs. I mean, I was always excited for the playoffs, but I was a little worried. I ain't gonna lie. I was a little bit worried that, maybe things were getting a little fractured in that locker room, but I always kept faith that this team knew each other, that they believed in each other. AJ Brown did an outing where, he brought everybody to a escape room, and now we're going to have to escape the NFC and try and get to this Super Bowl. So I'm excited to see what happens. I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys think that you believe AJ Brown? Do you believe AJ Brown? Do you think that this team is still on the same page? Do you think that they're right there? Because that's the biggest thing that I took from that, is that he truly believes that this team is right there. So do you think that this team is right there? And what needs to change in order for the Philadelphia Eagles to make a little bit of a run in the playoffs? But other than that, man, I really truly appreciate everybody that watches the content, supports the content. Like I said before, if you have in any way, if you don't, again, it doesn't matter. This is just something I'm putting out there because I know some people were asking me how they can, help out and donate. If you guys do have anything that you want to donate or help in any way for the Senior Bowl, for the Pro Bowl, for the drafts and the combine, these are the ways that you can do it. But again, I appreciate everything you guys do. But other than that, y'all know what it is, man. It's Fly Eagles Fly, and we are out here. Peace!
Yeah. Fly Eagles flying on the team. Touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a Bird Gang Nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog. Or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man saw Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randolph. Season here, early time to do them in. Your boy Philly Fresco, thanks for tuning in.
All right, before I go, y'all know I like to, if y'all made it this far, y'all deserve something extra. I'm always going to say that, and I'm going to give it to you. So I want to reply to somebody that commented on my latest video talking about linebackers. If you haven't seen it, definitely go check it out. I think it's a really good video. Gives you our top 5 linebackers, in my opinion, who I think the Eagles have a realistic shot of going and grabbing. Now, the name is Gatsuku2. I hope I'm saying that right. He's a member of the channel, so shout out to you if you're seeing this. But he said something that I thought was very interesting, and I agree with him, even though it's a little bit negative. I mean, it is, but it's true. He said, I hate to say it, but I feel this is a waste of time looking into drafting linebackers. The Eagles do not invest in that area, particularly middle linebacker. If he isn't a 3rd round or later guy, don't waste your time. And if he is a 3rd round or later, the Eagles won't even try to use him until year 2 into their career. This comment stuck out to me. I did respond to him on there, and I basically said I understand, and I'm hoping that they change their philosophy, but I'll go a little bit deeper. I do believe that this is the perfect draft and the perfect setup for the Philadelphia Eagles to go into this with house money. While I understand that we do have places that we need to improve upon, cornerback is somewhere I'm looking at. Offensive line, whether you got to get a guard or a center once Jason Kelce moves on. Defensive line, definitely want to kind of start rebuilding that defensive line, especially at the edge position. But you don't have in cornerback. I mean, secondary, we definitely need to figure that out. But at the end of the day, you can kind of wait on some of these things. I truly do believe that you look at that middle linebacker spot, that linebacker spot in general, and you have a lot of good options. And even with the Eagles' philosophy of waiting till day 2, even in day 2, you're going to get one of these top 5 guys that I talk about in my last video. You might even get some of the top 3 guys, to be honest, because there's such a plethora of talent when it comes to linebackers. So while I understand what you're saying, man, and I agree with you 100%, to be honest, we need to change our philosophy. This might be the year that we don't have to necessarily change our philosophy and still get away with getting a really good linebacker in this draft. So I just wanted to respond to that. If you guys leave a comment, maybe I'll respond to yours next. But yeah, I love y'all. Y'all know what it is. Peace.